Car Doctor, Griner Auto Body, Wayland State Bank, Buckwalder Motors, McDonald Boneyard, Hinshaw Trailer Sales, Jennifer Fagan, Neighbor Insurance, Girling Repair, and B&B Propane and the family of Jet Stops present Southeast Iowa Today. I'm John Bain, author of Christie's Journey, The Beat Goes On, and your host. On today's episode, I'm on the road all the way up to Roscoe, Illinois at the historic auto attractions. I'm going to interview the owner, Wayne Lensing, and you're going to see all kinds of world history and American history. You're not going to believe what I'm showing you, but if you're not watching on Spotify, you're not going to see this. So make sure you watch this video, and here we go.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. And this museum is owned by Wayne Lensing. It's he's the only person. It's a private collection, and it's one person that owns this. And I'm Tony, his researcher, that's been with him shortly after it opened. And we want to make this as enjoyable as we can for you, and rewarding as family experiences or club experiences. And so I'm here to answer any question you have to enhance that experience. So please feel free to ask on any item in here, and I'll give you the full background. Thank you for joining us today. If you should decide that you want to take a break for breakfast or lunch, you may do so simply by going out to wherever you would like, and then your pass is good until 5 o'clock today. So thank you, honored, valued guests, for joining us today, and please have a great time, and I'm here to help you any way I can. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good time. If you have any questions, please stop. Thank you.
the streets at night, and he learns how to steal, and he learns how to fight in the ghetto.
Plans were quickly approved by the White House, and the car was returned to Hessen-Eisenhardt on December 12, 1963, where the rebuild was to be completed. There, the Lincoln was selected components. Compression was increased, intake ports in the cylinder heads and manifold were polished, and a high-flow carburetor and premium ignition components were installed. Dynamometer tests run on the new engine confirmed a 17% increase in horsepower over the original engine. 100 amp alternator was installed to power the additional electric vehicles. The reason it was owned, President Johnson had used the car and informed the captain of his repeat. Before its retirement in 1976, 61 Lincoln allowed 5 Presidents to travel just over 55,000 miles. Currently on display in the Grand Park Museum.
France, in turn, asked Truman to support them in their fight against the communists in Hanoi.
It became a priority of this administration to prevent the French from being defeated by communist forces in Southeast Asia. This was the beginning of America's involvement in the Vietnam War.
By the end of his second term,
Wayne Lensing, thank you for being part of Southeast Iowa today. Can you tell us, I've been showing video and such of this wonderful museum and this historic auto museum in Roscoe, Illinois. Can you tell us how in the world does a man amass something like this world history, this amazing history?
Well, number one, I'm not a rich man, but I got a partner, and it's called the bank. And when in 1998, I had the love to want to do this here museum. I went out to Vegas every year for a SEMA show. We're into selling high performance parts, and this is a high performance show out there, SEMA.
Right.
Well, there was a museum out there in Vegas called the Imperial Palace, and a guy named Ralph Inglesett had this. It was a heck of a collection he's built upon. He sent people all over the world to get world leader special cars, and I always had the awe every time I went there. Well, the man became terminally ill, and they got a hold of me and they put me a package deal together on about 12 of these cars. So I went to the bank and asked them if this could be a reality for me. So I went and got the cost to put up the first part of the museum and the price of those cars, and they approved the loan.
Wow.
So I built the building, I had the cars, I was starting a foundation. Now, I love historic stuff. I love presidential cars. I love the world leader cars. That started my backbone.
And it's incredible. I mean, I was just looking, I'm like, how in the world does a guy get Donald Trump's limousine or Jimmy Carter's limousine? I mean, they're right here. Richard Nixon's. I mean, you have his as president, and then you've got his Chrysler limousine that he had after president, his own personal. It's like, how in the world does somebody come across that? You must have just connections all over the world.
I sort of do, but you almost got to be a hound dog and go out and hunt at the same time.
Okay.
And I do. I keep my eyes open. My friends tell me about stuff because now I got my wings are spreading out and people are giving us good word too.
Well,
and I must say, good word means I'm getting more and more visitors.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'm up here with 13 other friends today from Southeast Iowa and in Eastern Iowa and Western Illinois. Most of my friends are from the Quad Cities area, in Davenport and Moline and Coal Valley, and my wife and I from Wayland, Iowa. And this is just incredible. And we're here on Father's Day, and I told one of my buddies, I said, the only thing that I miss today is I don't have my kids with me here to share this on Father's Day, because this is just incredible. There is so much to see, and anybody that can get here through this place in 20 minutes, they're not looking, because this is, I've been here a couple hours and I still haven't investigated as much as I want to. It's just incredible.
Well, I must say, I've had people here for the whole day. We're open from 10 to 5. I've had people the whole day. They'll leave and go have dinner and come back.
Wow.
I've had people do 2 to 3 hours, but if you did 1 hour, you gotta be on the move.
Yeah, you're moving fast.
Yeah, it's a mile and a half around this place. It's 800 feet long. It's 86,000 square foot. We're standing in an animal kingdom right now.
Yes.
Kids love this room, and older kids too, such as me. I'm an old one.
I say, me too. This is incredible. Tell me about this elephant. You were saying something that has an Iowa connection of sorts.
Oh, it does. Now, see, as time's going on, I'm getting people to call me and see if I want a donation. And this guy in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, I got a call because he had this elephant in his house, and he had a personal loving for one. And how in the heck could I say no?
Yeah.
I mean, look at him. He's a monster. He's over 10 foot tall.
Right.
Hardest part is to get him in place and get him here, but you got to want it and love to do it.
Well, yeah, and that was one of the things I mentioned to one of my buddies, Stan. I'm like, everything in here is the real deal, but it's not like it smells like mothballs or anything, you know. I mean, or old. I mean, it's like it's living history, and it's just everything is so pristine here.
Well, number one, we try to keep it clean, and number two, I try to make the walls talk. I got a gentleman across the street in my other place that we have we got a large wallpaper machine, and I got a graphics guy. We make all the walls talk to whatever the artifact is.
Right.
And that helps bring interest to the whole thing.
It's incredible. I mean, it's the stuff they should be teaching you in school. There's more on a couple of your walls than a lot of kids are going to get in American history or world history in school.
Yes, there is. I tried to give you education on every part. The biggest thing we have here that goes over the best is my Kennedy. We have the largest collection of Kennedy in the world.
Yeah.
And we have all the stuff. We got the follow-up car behind Kennedy when he got assassinated. We got the tribute car that he got assassinated in. We got President Kennedy and Jackie sitting in the car. We have the taxi cab that Oswald rode in when he left the book depository. We have the ambulance that was in that they took him to the hospital, and we got tons of artifacts of Jacqueline and her clothing. And
it's incredible. And you know, with the replica of the assassination car, I was reading that the actual original car does not even look like it did when President Kennedy was assassinated. So when you see this car, this replica, you're getting as close to what it really looked like at the time.
Well, I want to touch base on that a little.
Okay.
The original one that he got assassinated in, the last time when Kennedy got assassinated, they had to do a quick fix car. It went back to Hessen Eisenhower, that's in Cincinnati, that did the original car. They now put a hard top on it. They painted it black. It's changed so much you cannot even relate it to the original. Hessen Eisenhower had the blueprints. A gentleman went there, had a car made, and we call it a tribute car. It looks exactly the same specs as the one that President Kennedy was in Dallas when he got assassinated. It's right to the T.
Yeah.
It's the only one in the world that when you look at it, you can relate right to it.
And it's all right here in Roscoe, Illinois.
Right here in the little town of Roscoe for everybody to come and enjoy.
And I say, for folks that may not know exactly where Roscoe is, you're just a few minutes away from Rockford.
Well, I am. We're 1 mile off of I-90, and we're just south of Beloit, and we're just north of Rockton. Of Rockford.
It's incredible. I mean, when you're outside and you come here, I was out here, I'm like, wow, I can't wait to get inside. It's unassuming to some degree outside. I mean, you got a nice entrance, but the building itself, you kind of look down the way and you're like, you have, first time here, you have no idea what you're in for, and it's incredible.
Well, like I say, it's 800 feet long. We're not done yet. We're never done. But anyway, we're going to make the outside get a little better appearance on it. We want to make big pictures on the outside with some of the artifacts that are inside, so it brings out and makes it look beauty.
Well, Wayne, from everything I've seen on the inside, I know it'll happen. I know it'll happen.
Well, I'll just touch a little bit of something else that people love is my gangster room.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. We have an original gangster car out of Chicago with thick windows with the portholes that they had the machine guns out of. We got the Bonnie and Clyde movie car. We got a John Dillinger car. We got Legs Diamond's car out of New York. We got a real large collection of Dillinger artifacts. We got the hats that Bonnie and Clyde were wearing the day they got shot. The list is real long. We got a lot of stuff.
Well, I think you even have one of John Dillinger's shirts.
I do. We got one of his shirts.
And then you have a map of the Midwest of Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, and it shows where one of Clyde Barrow's relatives got killed in Iowa, and then all kinds of stuff up around this area where the mob was involved.
I do see Dexter, Iowa.
Yes.
That is one of the spots that the FBI raided him, and that's where Blanche and a bunch of those got shot up pretty bad.
Okay.
And it was near the end of the ropes for Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah. It's just incredible. I mean, there is so much here. You even have stuff from the rocket era, this NASA in the capsule with it, and you got 3 astronaut figures in there, and it's like,
No.
how in the world are 3 guys would be crazy enough to do what those guys did?
Do not have claustrophobia.
Right.
But anyway, that whole room, I got a whole room on NASA. Now, I feel honored there. It's all on loan from Johnson Space Center in Houston.
Oh,
the
wow.
whole room now. See, so I feel honored that they would put that stuff on loan to our museum.
It's quite an honor, and it's quite a opportunity for people in this area that can't get down to those places to be here and see that history. It's incredible.
See, we have so many different categories. I have a room of Christ for the people that are Christianity. I got the wax figures of all the
Last Supper.
the apostles lined up at a table. It's 20 foot long. When you go in there, you got the feel.
It's like the painting almost coming to life is when you first walk in through the door there. It's just incredible. Yeah. Now, for folks that want to learn more about the museum, what's the best way for them to find out?
Well, I would say go to historicautoattractions.com, and once every 2 weeks I'm doing a story on a different artifact. If you go to historicautoattractions.com and then go to stories, you can get a video of me going through different artifacts.
Well, I'm going to definitely do that myself. Sir, this was wonderful to meet you. I want to thank you personally for allowing this opportunity for myself and for anybody that wants to come here and visit. It's incredible.
Well, I feel really honored when people come from a distance, you know, such as Dubuque and where you just came from, to come here to make the pilgrimage and visit us.
It is truly worth it, and anybody watching this video on Southeast Iowa today, this is the place to be. Wayne, thank you so much.
Well, you're very welcome, and I feel honored. Thank you.
Thanks to Wayne Lensing in Roscoe, Illinois at Historic Auto Attractions for sharing his collection with us and with you, and you can go see it in Roscoe, Illinois. And this was presented by Car Doctor, Griner Auto Body, Wayland State Bank, Buckwalder Motors, McDonald Boneyard, Hinshaw Trailer Sales, Jennifer Fagan, Neighbor Insurance, Girling Repair, B&P Propane, and the family of Jet Stops. Thanks for watching Southeast Iowa Today.